This conference will now be recorded.
Today we are going to be see that what are the different we have in the Tableau. So for that data set, come the connect page, click on Sample Superstores, and from here we have the different types of functions set. We have it very rich set of functions. We have it. We go for analysis and create calculate any calculation based on the existing fields. What are the data you are getting from data source? The fields are getting from data source. On top of this, you want to write any calculation. You want to write any calculation, that's we can go for do it in create calculated field option is there in the Tableau. So you need to click on this create calculation field. So what type of calculation you want to write it, you can go for write your calculation and name of that calculation you can define it here. What's the name you want to be give it. Okay, and you can see in this box, the pop-up box which we have it calculated field. So there is a arrow mark here in the right side of the box. You can find that there is a arrow mark. So if you click on that arrow mark, you can types of functions which are available in the Tableau. Okay, these are all the functions, but now we are going to see the differentiate the different types of functions. Number functions, string functions, date functions, type conversion function. If you want to convert that string to date to string, or number to string, you can go for is the type conversion functions and logical functions and aggregate table calculation and others. We have these many function types are there in the Tableau. So today we can go for see that what is that string functions which we have it in the Tableau. What are the different types of string functions? Among those, which are the important, which are the key functions which we are going to be covering today. Okay, so let's see that we have that very simple function, a lower function. What is this lower function? Convert a text string to all lowercase letters, then you can go for use a lower function. We are getting data in upper cases, that's you want to convert that data, the string data into lowercase, you can go for use the lower function. Okay, let me show you that how we can write it. So customer name lowercase. Okay, so let me go for just type it. While you are typing, you can find that function lower, and in the syntax itself it's calling string. String means the data type should be string data type fields. Okay, all the types which we have it. So let me go forget the customer name, type it. While you are typing that customer name here, you can find that, just click on it, customer name. So the customer entire name in the lowercase, just apply. Okay, when you click on apply, okay, there is a field which is the customer is in lowercase. Just drag the customer actual customer name. Okay, actual customer name into rows, and what are the calculation you return, drag that one and also into rows. You can observe that A and B bagman. So A and B are capital letters, starting is capital letters. So now you can see which calculation you have written for the lowercase. The starting letter also became a small case. Okay, we can convert it to small case. Okay, smaller case, entire name can show in the smaller case. That's a lower function, converting uppercase to lowercase. Okay, let's go for one more calculation. We can write it, create calculated field, uppercase, customer, uppercase. Okay, so what is the function we have it here? One more uppercase, click on upper. So convert it text uppercase letters. Okay, so let's customer name. Just type the customer name. So this is a calculation. So apply. Okay. It created one more field in the data pane. Just drag it into the rows. Can we see that converted into uppercase? So here we have the starting letters ALN and HEVEC. So if you want to convert it all into uppercase, yes, we can do that uppercases. Clear this? This is the way we can do that, converting your data into upper to lower, lower to uppercase. Okay. And next, analysis, create calculated field. From here list, you can select the string functions. Okay. So we have seen that lower and upper cases. We have starts with one function. We have a starts with and ends with and ends with. Okay. Let's go for see that what is the starts with and ends with function. So we can starts with return a true if the string starts with the substring. So if that is starting with the particular letter, then it will return true. Okay, you are going to be validate that is it starting with particular letter or not. Okay, particular letter or not. Let me go for check this. Starts with. Okay, starts with the string name is, I can say that customer name starts with which substring. You need to define the substring here. The main string is customer name. Okay, string field is customer name. Customer name starts with A or not. I want to check that the customer name is starting with A or not. If it is starting with A, if it is not starting with A, then false. Okay, with A. Okay, just go for apply. Okay. Uh, Here, when you say that true or false, you can see that what is the condition I written it. It's showing that true or false. Okay, if starts with A, it's true. It's not start with A, it's false. Name is starting with A, all are showing true. All are showing true. See, once the customer name not starting with A, it's starting with B or C, you can see false. Okay, just you can go for check with customer name starting with A or not. Okay, same way we have ends with. Excuse me. Okay, customer name ends with. So customer name ends with G. Okay, customer name ends with G. So how we can go with? We have a function called as ends with. Okay, first string is customer name. I want to check the customer name string. What is the substring? In single quotation, you define the single quotation G. The calculation is valid. So apply. Okay, you can drag this into next to that customer name starts with. See, customer name not ends with a G. Here you can see that Aranon smiling. Customer names ends with G. True. True. Here also true. Okay, whereas G ends with G, it's give that true. Okay, customer name starts with and ends with. Okay, analysis, create. With that, find function. Okay, what is this find function? So if you want to find that particular substring in the main string, in which position it's starting. What is the position it's starting? In the main string. Return the position of a substring within a string. Okay, what is the position? The substring is where it's starting. That's we can go for return it. Okay, return the position of the substring within a string. Okay, within a string, which position it would be. So the substring cannot be found in the main string. The substring cannot be found in the main string. It will return that 0. Excuse me, it will return that 0. Okay, if the start argument is defining any instance of the substring that appears before that start position or ignored, the first character in the string is position 1. So when you go for example here, find the calculation. uh, Calculation is the main string, comma alcu is the substring. So in which position it's starting? Alcu is starting where? See, you can see that alcu, it's starting at second position. So that's why it's returning 2. That's why it's returning 2. Let me go for check that. Find function. Give a clear example. Find. I can go for use the find. Excuse me. Which string we are using? Customer name. I'm going to use a customer name. Okay. So before going to the customer name, let manually write the string. I want to write a manually one name. Okay. Uh, Srinivas Rao. Okay. This is my string. This is my string. Find string. In this, in this, I want to check that in which position in is starting. In which position in is there in that main string. In. In which position it's starting. Okay. So just I can give a comma in single quotations. I can mention it in. In. So can I go for close it? Okay. What it will return? From which position this in is there in the main string? In which position it's there? Okay. Okay. And drag into. Okay, let me go for drag into that another page. This is all related to customer names, right? So I don't want to get confused. Just go for drag this into text. In which position it's starting? Third position in the main string. Third position in the main string. Excuse me. So in is in third position only, right? So that's we can go for find position. Okay. So I starting from third position. In the third position, right? So similarly, you can go for find something in the customer name, actual field customer name, then we can do that. Okay, so in the customer name, go. Suppose I want to check that all the customer names, where that go starting. Is there any customer name is holding that geo in the name of it, and which position it's available? Okay, apply. Okay, and go for here. Drag that customer name into here and make it as a discrete value. Hmm. I want to go for do any aggregation. It is doing some. I don't want to do that. Just go for minimum value. Okay. Now you can see that in this customer name there is no go. What it returning? It returns zero. In the main string, you can return the zero value. 0 0 0 0. So here you can find that 7. Where we have that ln golden n. So 0 is there. It is in started in 7th position. A double L 3 4 5, and space also can be count here 6, and 0 starts from 7th position. That 7th position is returning here. Okay, same you can go with rest of the customers where we have it. No other customer name, only that guy. There is one more, I think. Yeah, here you can see Gordon, Sherry Gordon. Okay, 7. So this is why we can go for find that the substring in starting in which position using the find function. Using the find function. Create calculated field. Let's go with another function. Okay, find nth one. Find nth position. Okay, what it means. So return the position of the nth occurrence of a substring. Nth occurrence of a substring within a string. Within a string. Simple example. If we go with the calculation, we can say that. So in the calculation, I want to find that a. I want to find that a in which second time it is occurring. In second time which is appearing. So in which position second time is appearing, we want to be find it. That is called 7th position. Let's take that example. Find nth occurrence. So try to go for give the name again. Find nth. Okay, find nth position. So let me write it simple example. Okay, I have the name like this. So I want to find that substring. I want to check that I in which position it's second time repeating. In which position second time is repeating. In which position it is repeating, I want to be know that. Okay, so when I go with this name S or I first time repeating in third position, and N, and again I have it which is returning in fifth position. So you could not find that second time in the name, it will return the 0. It will return the 0. Okay, we are mentioning that could not position, we can return it 0. Okay, the second time in which position is returning, we can find use find nth position. Apply. Okay, and go for drag that into. Mm, let's go for drag it here. No issue, we can drag it, but remove that aggregation and the discrete. You need to convert into discrete value and remove the sum into major values into min. Okay, so in which position is returning? Fifth position. So that's why it's returning all customers. It's showing fifth. Okay, it's not customer related. It's our own data. Okay, that's customized name. That is customized name. That name. Okay, manual name. You have this. You need to remove that some aggregation rule. Import it minimum aggregation. Okay, this one also I need to be remove it. Actually, for this one we need to be removed. That is not related overall. So which position it's repeating? It's repeating. It's repeating in fifth position second time. Position find nth one. Okay, analysis. Create calculated field. So I want to check that string functions. What is the left function? Okay, what is the left function? And similarly, we have the right function as well. Left and right. We have the right function as well. So if you know the left, right will be easy, right? Yeah. So let me go for take the uh, left function customer name. Okay. So if we have the customer name, the field is customer name. From the customer name, first four characters I want to be extracted. I want to take it out, that first four characters I want to get it. Okay. Customer name. From the customer name, I want to separate the first four characters from the left side. Okay, then you can go for use the left function. Left. Okay, customer name. How many characters you want it? Four characters. First four characters. Then go for give it left function. Apply. Okay. So drag it here. So Scott, we have it. Scott first four characters, right? So we can get the Scott, and all first four characters of the all the customer names. First four characters of the all the customers, you can find it here. That is the left function. You can get that first four characters from the customer name. Okay, similarly, what is the right function? Last four characters of the or last n characters. What are the value you can give it? We can get it. Okay, right. You can use the function as a right. The string we have it customer name. I'm taking there as a customer name is a string. So last five characters I want to get it. Just give it five. So what it will give it? It will get that last five characters from the customer name. Apply. Okay. Drag it here to next to that list. So last five characters from the name. So this the name is Bergman. So last five characters is RGMAN. RGMAN. You are getting last five characters from the customer name? Yes, we can get it. So this is the way we can get it. And how many characters you want to get it, we can go for get that. So we have seen that next split function already, right? Split function. So I want to split this customer name into first name and last name. How we can do that? You can go for analysis, create calculated field. Okay, we have the split function as well here. Split. Okay, so what is the string you want to split is customer name. I want to split it. Take the customer name. What is the delimiter here? So you need to be split that customer based on delimiter. What is the delimiter here? So you can observe that Adam Belvans. So space is the delimiter. You can see first name, last name can be separated by the this is the delimiter. Okay, you can mention in single quotations. There is a space. Okay, comma token number. So how many you want to be split it? I want to split into two different. Make it as token number is two. Let's see that. I mean to say that it's not two. It will give us second part of the name. So second part of the name. Last name I can say that. Let's see that. Apply. Okay. Drag this. Excuse me. See that? Benjamin. Benjamin. We are getting the second part. Last name or first name, whatever it may be. Okay. Same way you can write it. Analysis. Create calculated field. Okay. Split. We have a split function. Customer name. Okay. Customer name can be split into delimiter is single quotations. You need to mention the space. The first part I want to get it now. Earlier we can take in first name. Okay, apply. Okay, we can get the first name as a separate field. Let's see this. You can split it. The data can be splitted here. Analysis, create calculated field. Excuse me. Okay, left, right, lower, L trim, L trim, or trim, and trim. We have three functions. L trim. Okay, or trim and trim. We have the three functions. Okay, so what it mean by this L trim or trim functions? So the trim functions can be remove the spaces before that name. Return the string with both the leading and trailing spaces. Leading and trailing spaces can be removed. The functions can be trim, remove the spaces. If we have any spaces of a beginning and ending of the string, it can be removed by the trim function. Removed by the trim function. Okay, that's called the trim. So we have the L trim or trim functions. So if you want to write any comment in your calculations, forward slashes, you can put a forward slashes here for any comment. So it's like a comment. Remove the remove the trailing spaces. Okay, remove the leading spaces. Remove the trailing and leading spaces. Okay, this is the way you can write a calculations in the any. It's a comment. Okay, it's a comment about your calculation. So I want to remove some spaces. It's like go for L trim. I can use it L trim function. Okay, so manually I can write my name. Okay, I have remove. I have put it some space here and between. This is a. I want to be remove this space. So then L trim. Okay, apply. So put it as L trim. Let go for new sheet. Drag the L trim into here. So you see that? Can you find any spaces before the name? No, cannot find any space here. Okay, you cannot find any space here. So it will remove that spaces which we have it L trim. If you have that, if you want to trim it entirely in trailing and leading, then you can use the trim function for both if you find anything. So those are the importance of three functions. Okay, what are the three functions? L trim, or trim, and trim. L trim, or trim. Same way, you can make sure that these are the comments. So in any calculation, you want to make it as a comment of that, you can do like this. Okay, and which functions else we have it? L trim, R trim, we have done that. So very regularly we don't use it, but I will explain those as well. Okay, space. So if you want to get any space in between, or if you want to add a space, we have a function called a space. Return a string composite of that specified number of repeated spaces. If you give that space to two spaces will give in between two strings. Okay, or if you want to get 3, give the space 3, give the 4. So where we can use this space, I will show you, I will give you example now. Okay, where we can give this space function. So generally we have seen that, let me show you. So generally we have seen that customer name can be separated by last name and first name. So customer full name we are not getting from the database. We are not getting this full name from the database. We are getting first name and last name. We are getting first name and last name. What customer asked us, so go for combine this first name and last name, create a full name. So how can we do that? How can we go for concatenate these two? Okay, do you have any concatenate function? I can mention it as a full name. Okay, full name, customer full name, otherwise customer full name. So go for customer, sorry, is there any concatenate function? Concatenate function. So we can go for, there is no concatenate function. How can we do that then? Customer full name. So I can go for take that first name. I can go for take that first name. So if you want to combine the another name here, you can use the plus symbol. Okay, plus and last name. I can go for combine it last name. So we are combining first name and last name, saying that customer full name, saying that customer full name. Apply. Okay, and drag it into next to this. Can we see that customer first name and last name is combined here? Customer full name. But if you observe something, there is no space or something, there is no special character or something with between first name and last name, right? Both are combined. Generally here you can see the customer first name and last name separate, right? Same kind of space I want to maintain here in the customer full name. How can you get that space in between these two? Okay, that's we can go for make it as edit here. Okay, first name and last name we have it, right? So here you can maintain one more plus symbol. Okay, in between you can use the space function. We have the space function. So how many spaces you want it? I want 2 spaces, can give 2. You want 3 spaces, then give 3. Okay, so in between first name and last name, you can mention space 3. So apply. Okay, can you see now there is a space maintained by the first name and last name. Okay, that is the use of the space function. That is the use of the space function. All right, we can maintain that space. We can maintain that space here. All right. Okay. Hmm. Next, we can go for see that analysis, create calculated field, and we have the contain function. We have a string here, and the contain function, we have an option called as contain function. Okay. What the contain function will do? So you want to be check that uh, return the true if the string contains the substring. So true or false again, it will check that the main string is contain the substring or not. Okay, contains. I can go for check that contains. So this time I will take a region field I am taking. Okay, so the region field, in the region field, we have the east region or not, I want to check it. We have the east region or not, I want to check it. In the contains function, I want to check that in the region field, we have the east region or not. If it is east region is there, then true. Not there, then false. The contain function will check that in the region field, in the region column, east is there or not. Okay, then go for apply. Okay, let's check that. Drag that contains. What is the name we can given here? Region. This is a contains customer name, right? Let's check it. Maybe it's yeah, put it as a region. Okay, apply. Okay, drag it. It's true means it has the region. So let's go for drag the region field here. Let's go for drag the region field here. So where contains function east is fine. That's a true. East is not there. Central and southwest regions is showing false. It means where we have the region east is identified. That's it true. For central region, south region, west region comparison, it's not equal to the east. That's why it's showing false. Okay, that is way of checking with the contains. Okay, where we which scenario we can use it while we are going to practice that, you can understand it. Okay, analysis, create calculated field and go with a function called as strings. So contains ends with find in the position left, right, lower trim, upper trim. Okay, RG expressions, these I can tell you later. I will tell these functions later. Okay, replace function. We have one more function called as replace function. What is mean by replace function? To replace. Okay, replace customer name something. Okay, replace the string I want to take. Okay, so I want to replace the particular, the main string is name. Okay, I want to replace that. What I want to replace is replacing with raw. Reddy I want to replace with raw. Wherever in the names, if you find the Reddy, that can be replaced with raw. So when you write it here, you need to mention it's in a single quotations. It should be in single quotations. Okay. So what it will give us? Apply. Okay. Excuse me. Can we see that? All replaced with raw. Ready replaced with the raw. That's we can do with. That's we can do it. Okay. Replacing. So these are the main string functions which we have it. These are the main string functions we have in the Tableau. Okay. Any questions? Clear this? So maybe you are started middle. So I will share you the video. Go through that video. You can get understand it. What are the string functions? Are you good with the string functions, everyone? Can you hear me? So where exactly we can use it in real time based on the scenario, we can go for use it. So these are all the string functions.
Voice is not getting sound.
Okay, all right. So what we are discussing yesterday, we are discussing about the how we can write a conditional formatting, how we can make a conditional formatting. So let me explain you today as well again what we discussed yesterday. Okay, we have a data like this. I want to show the data. Take it as customer names. We have the customer name. Okay, the and we have the sales or profit. Okay, and drag the sales or profit into bar chart and make sure that ascending or descending order. So this is all positive profits. We have sales. Okay, so there is no negative for this. Let me take the profit. Let me take the profit here. Drag the profit into here. Okay, take it out the sales. So we have the negative and positive values, right? We have the negative and positive values. So I want to show that all the negative values into red color, all positive values into green color. That's a condition. I want to get display that all the positives into green, all the negatives into red. Okay, so how can we do that? How can we do that? All the positives into green, all the negative values into red. This positive and negative, zero is the middle of the value, right? Zero is the value in the middle. So color applying here is we need to write a simple condition. So is analysis, create calculated field, sum of profit greater than zero, then it's a positive value, else it's a negative value. Right?
In the
Sum of profit is greater than zero, it's a positive, less than negative. So how we can write the if statement using this is we can put that before this condition if sum of profit is greater than zero. So immediately we can put then
in
and in
profit
single quotations I can put it single quotations I can put it positive. Okay, else if it is not a positive, it's not greater than zero, then else statement will come, it's a negative value. Negative value. Okay, so every if statements can close with and. Okay, the if statement it will return that true or false. If it is true, this one will be executed. Okay, true or false. The condition is true, it will return this. Condition is false, else statement will be executed. Okay, so let me go for take it as profit loss. Okay, simple if statement we can write it. Apply. Okay, drag this profit and sales into the colors. I want to represent in two different. That's why we are representing colors. So here you can see negative is in. So double click on colors, right? So you can find that the colors applied to the negative and positive values here. Go for positive, change it to green. Select the negative, change it to red. Apply. Okay. Now can you see that we have the positive and negative values in red and green. So this is the way we can specify it. Okay. Next example, what we discuss is, uh, let me take that subcategory and shortcut I will tell you. So no need to be select always from the left data pane. So I want to take the subcategory from the data pane, right? So you can double click on the rows. You can type the subcategory and select it. Okay, subcategory will be there. In the rows columns, I wanted sales. Select the sale, type it. We can get the sales here. Okay. So descending order, I can put it and text. So what I want to do here is I want to write a condition where my sales is greater than 1 lakh. where my sales is greater than 1 lakh, that's in green color. Less than that, I want sales is greater than 1 lakh. So how we can write a calculation? One condition we define it. The condition is sales is greater than 1 lakh 50. How we can write it is analysis, create calculated field. Okay, sales more than 150. Okay. Okay. Now how can I write it? If sum of sales, sum of sales greater than 1 lakh 50, then excellent. Whatever the name you want to be represented. Excellent. Else average sales. Okay. So if the condition is true, if the condition is true, then it will be the output. If the condition is not satisfied that particular list of subcategories, that could be the average. Okay. So every time we can write it if condition. First you need to write a condition here. Then what you want to be executed. Then else statement. Then end it. Write it simply like this. Okay. You can easily understand that first condition. If starts with one condition, you need to write it. Then once it is true, the condition is true, then excellent. Condition is false, else statement will execute and that if statement. Okay, apply. Okay, drag this particular cells, whatever the calculation we return into colors, we can get the two colors here. You can get the two colors. Right, color format you want to be change it, double click on it. Excellent always show in green. Average I want to show in yellow or red. Right, these are the excellent performers, these are the average performers. Okay, you can represent in the color format. Okay, same way. So how we can write it? If else state, how we can return that if else statement. Subcategory, double click on it, and text, double click on here also you can double click it. Sales. Okay, so by default it will go for details, but I want to get into the text label, text label. Go for here more options, select the text, it will fall into the text. Okay, you can get the values here. Each subcategory by sales. So here what I'm saying is where the sales is greater than 1 lakh 50, I want to represent up arrow. Where the sales is less than 1 lakh 50, down arrow I want to represent it. So how can we do that? So simply first step you need to go for change that shapes. Okay, those are overlap the data. Just you can put its cursor here, scroll it right, you can get it that particular shapes into here. Now there is no condition, that's why all the values are showing circle. Okay, what the condition we have it sales more than 1 lakh 50k. Drag this condition into shapes because I want to differentiate by the shape. Drag into shapes. So now you can get it two shapes. One is a circle and one is a square. So whatever the shapes you wanted represented, you can change them. How could we go for? Double click on the shapes. Go for see the different types of shapes here. Okay, let's go for change more shapes. We have it. Up arrow button, down arrow buttons, arrows. You can see. So average, excellent. I want to perform this shape. Average, I want to perform with a down arrow. So which are in up arrow shape? Those are greater than 1 lakh 50. See that? So this is the way we can represent it based on the condition. Based on the condition. Okay. So the calculation we need to write it using the if true or false condition if statement. Okay, how we can write that if else statement? If we have more than one validation you want to do that, then you need to write a if else statement. more than one validation. What's a more than one validation means? We need to check it. Its sales is greater than less than 1 lakh, and sales between 1 to 2 lakh, and sales is greater than 2 lakh. So three conditions are there, right? So for that we can go for write it if else statement. If else statement. That if else statement. First condition, if sum of sales less than 1 lakh, sum of sales less than 1 lakh, then then poor performance. Okay, poor performance. So this is the first condition. If sum of sales is less, that's a poor performance. Again, I want to check it one more time. Else if we have option called as else if. Select else if sum of sales is greater than. It should not be less than. It's greater than 1 lakh. Greater than 1 lakh, and sum of sales less than 2 lakh. Greater than 1 lakh, and sum of sales is less than 2 lakh. Then average performance. Okay. Else, other than these two conditions, is there is other value not satisfying these two conditions. In the else, I can select performance. Okay. So why we are getting the error? Any case, why we are
Then
getting it?
in the,
We need to close with end.
yes, sir.
Okay. So apply. Okay. All right. Go for create one more sheet. I have subcategory under it. Sales under it. Change it to text. Okay. Drag this condition into colors. If we drag into colors, what happen? Three different colors for applying to values. Three different colors applying to the values. Clear with the color format. Double click on this. Okay. So apply these colors to that traffic. So excellent performance in green, poor performance red, average performance yellow. Excuse me. We can apply that condition to the values as well. Okay, we can apply that condition to the values as well. So if you want to get the bars here, then go for get it shapes. Okay, drag it here. So same circle is showing in a different colors. I want to get the different shapes as well. Not same shape, different shapes as well. We can drag that condition into shapes. So three different shapes also we can get it. Okay. Now you want to go for select the which shape you want it. You can just go for filled ones. Okay. Average into side arrow. Excellent performance into up arrow. Poor performance into down arrow. You can check it. Okay, we can represent that based on the data. We can go for represent these values. Clear this, how we can write that if statement, if else statement, and conditional formatting. How we can put that conditional formatting. So what are the conditions you want to apply? You can go for write it this and apply that condition. Okay, color formatting. Clear? Any questions? All right, next. So what you need to do is I will show you one simple dashboard also again today. Hmm. So let's go for drag that. Very simple. So select the region into slicer. So I want to go for a region as a show filter. Order date also show filter or region. Okay, let me go for a region. Okay, let me do one thing. We can finish that parameters and we can go for see that that scenario. What are the dashboard we have it? We can discuss that. So what is the parameter? Anyone can tell me what is the parameter?
சரிங்களா
What is the parameter?
hello hello sir dynamically
Yeah,
pass the values into visualization.
yeah. If you want to pass the values to the visualization, we can use the parameters or dynamically
Yeah,
changing the values. Okay, for where we can use that parameter generally. So first step, I will show you that where you use that parameters is. So we can create a top 5 subcategories by sales, right? Categories, I want to get display that. So how we can get it top 5 subcategories? So I want to get the subcategory, select the subcategory here and sales, right? I want to get that top 5 subcategories, top 5 subcategories. How we can create the top 5 subcategories here? How we can get the top 5 subcategories? Anyone tell me? So if you want to get display the top 5 subcategories, we can drag the subcategory, go for subcategory from the rows. Top option we have it by field. I can use the top 5. Okay, apply. Okay, we can get the top 5 subcategories here. Okay, so I this dashboard top 5 subcategories. Name it as top 5 subcategories. Okay, and you mention this. So you shared into dashboard, you dragged into dashboard and share with the client. So the dashboard is created and you can share with the client, publish into the server. Okay, so tomorrow he come to you and ask that I want to see top 10 subcategories. He asks you to show the top 10 subcategories. What we can do? Again, you can download that file into the desktop, and we can open it in Tableau desktop and try to go for filter, which you make it as here, make it as top 10. Apply, okay. You can get the top 10 subcategories. In the dashboard, you can see top 10 subcategories here, right? So you saved it and you send an email. Hi, Mike, I have changed it to top 10 subcategories. Please check. And here, note down that top 5 it's showing, but here it's showing top 10. You need to make sure everything should be matched. Edit this title and change it to top 10. Okay, it's just a simple mistakes as a developer will do. Top 10 you can subcategory apply. Top 10 subcategories. Right? So he's happy with you. So, okay, thank you. It was good. So after some time, he want to see top 15 subcategories. Tomorrow or day after tomorrow, after 2 days, he asked you to top 15. I want to see that. So this is every time he's asking you. He don't know how to do that. So he's asking you to. You are going to be work for him. So repeated work, right? Is there any short way that I can show that if he can give a option here, one box, if you type 2, I want to show top 2. If you type 5, I want to show top 5. If you type 10, top 10. So like that, he can pass a value. Just he pass a value to top 2, I want to display it. He pass 5, top 5, I want to display it. He give 10, top 10, I want to display it. Simple option. So you need to go for ask us. So what we do is we can go for use the parameters. So how we can do it? So here we have the uh, parameter options to pass a value to the calculation. So here you can see bottom of the data window parameters, right? So first step is you need to create a parameter. How you can create a parameter? Right mouse here, create parameter. First step, we need to create a parameter. Create parameter. The parameter name, what you can give it? Top n. N means it may be 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, n can be replaced with n. That's why we are making top n. And here you need to specify that the value you are giving, it's the integer value you can give it, string, boolean, date or date and time. I want to pass a value string integer, int. So current value means instead of top you want to display it, top 3 I want to display it, current value. So range you want to specify it. Range means maximum and step size what you want to be displayed. Let's leave it. I will explain you this later. Okay, minimum is minimum one rank you can display it, top one. Max based on data. I have 14 rows of subcategories. I can mention is 14 max. Step size means you can get a scroll bar. The bar, if you scroll it, how many points you want to be added? One rank. Once you move it, two. Move it again, one added. Okay, that each and every move. So click OK. First step, what you are doing is creating a parameter. The parameter top n and data type of your passing value is integer. Okay, current value. Okay, the current value top 3 by default I want to display the top 3 subcategories. And what is the minimum value and maximum value in your data? Maximum ranks 1 to 14. Okay, and click OK. So it's the next step is right mouse here, show parameter option is there. Okay, click on show parameter. See that show parameter is here. Okay, so now you can scroll it. One is added for each and every scroll. Okay, to top 8 here. I want to show the top 8. I want to show it. Is it working now? No. There is no into this parameter. Right? So how we can make it as how we can do that connection. Okay, so generally these are top 10 subcategories, right? From where we are getting this top 10? How you are getting the top 10? Based on this filter subcategory, right? Edit this filter. So you are mentioning top 10 here. Okay, that's why top 10 we are getting. Is there any option that I don't give any manual number here? Can I call this parameter here? Can I call this parameter that can be replaced here? Okay, if I give in parameter 3, I want to get 3. If I give 10, I want to get 10. If I give 2, I can get 2 here. So is there any option I can take this parameter? So you can go with the scroll bar here. Our parameter name get displayed, top n, right? Top n parameter only we created, right? Click OK. So now here manually we are not giving any value, just we are taking the parameter name. It means you that can taken as a condition. Okay, can you see the top 3 we are getting? And go for C8, top 4. So what value you can select it parameter, it will be passed into the condition. Okay, in the top n. So at the same time, you selected top 4 here, top 10. But this is also, can we make it as dynamic? If I select 4, if I select 8, I want to show 8 here. Yes, we have an option. Go for this title, more title. Okay, edit title. So where you have the constant value, delete it. Okay, so go with insert and the parameter name you can select it. Parameter dot top n. Select it. Okay, apply. Okay, can you see the top 8 subcategories, top 5 subcategories, top 3 subcategories? So we can make it as a dynamic thing. So this is the way we can use that parameters in the, we can use the parameters in the top 3 or top, wherever you want to get display that, we can use the parameters. This is the first example we can see where we can use the parameters. Clear this? So we have the 3 steps. First step is create the parameter. You need to create a parameter. What type of parameter you want it? Okay. Next step, you need to right mouse on the parameter, show parameter. You need to do that. Third one is this parameter need to be position. Where you want to be linked it, that's you can decide it. We have in filter. So I did this filter. Here I have a top 3, top 4 manual constant value is there. That is replacing with a parameter. Okay, that's where we can get display the parameters. The next example, it's very important. The importance of the parameter is there. So what is the next example is, the parameters can be used in the calculations. So whatever the calculation you can write it, there we can use the parameters. So so 150 is constant condition or not. So you can make it as, I have written a calculation, sum of sales is greater than 150. So unless you can change that value, it will show greater than 150 is green, less than 150 is yellow. So can we make this condition is a dynamic, where I can go for increase that value, 170 above green, 170 below yellow, 2 lakh above green, 2 lakh below is yellow. Okay, can we make that condition is dynamic? So this condition is static. Static means, so what's the condition we can return? Sales more than 150, right? Sales more than 150. So this value is a constant, right? So client asks you that don't do like this, more than 2 lakh, more than 2 lakh, make it as a green. So what we do, we generally go for edit this, here I can put a 2 lakh. Okay, I can put a 2 lakh, apply. Okay, so more than 2 lakh into green, remaining all yellow. So can I go for change this dynamic, this condition? Can we do that, dynamically change this condition? Yes, we can do that. How we do it? Using the parameter. Using the parameter, we can go for do that. So how can we create a parameter? Right mouse on the parameter. Okay, create. Okay, what value we are passing here? Sales values are numeric only, right? Integer. Okay, I want to make it as 1 lakh default condition. Okay, range of values. What value to what value you can pass it. What is the sales value? We have it here. Low is 8,000, max is 33 lakhs, 3 lakhs 35,000. Right? Minimum I can put it 3 lakh, 3,000. Max I can put it 4 lakh, 3 lakhs 50. Okay. Step value. If you have any slider, you can get it. 10,000 is a increase the value each and every step. So the range we are defining that how sales was the sales range in between. Okay. If you don't want to do that, take all values. Okay. Simple. The range you don't want it. It will give the slider below that parameter. If you don't give, it will take it. Okay. Keep it all. Click OK. Parameter is created. Show parameter control. You given 3,000 on 1 lakh 50. You can give it. So we are based on that. My visualization need to be changed. Color format need to be link up these two. Parameter is created. Visualization to link these two. Okay. Where I can do that? A calculation, right? Go for the calculation. Edit it. So not this one. Only this one only, right? Edit it. So here generally we are taking that constant value, static value. Remove this. Can I take the parameter in the condition? Okay, you can simply drag this sales pass dynamic value into condition. Sum of sales is greater than sales parameter. It will take the parameter. What value you can give in the parameter, that would be the condition. Okay, so in the parameter, whatever the value you can select it, that would be here, pass that value. 1 lakh 50 you given, 1 lakh 50 here, condition. 2 lakh you given here, the 2 lakh will be passed here. Okay, parameter can hold that value. All right, so then click apply. Okay, now can we see that I'm giving 20,000. All about 20,000 is green. Two lakh 20,000. All 2 lakh 20,000 is green, remaining all in yellow color. Is it clear? So this is the way we can pass a value dynamically. The value we are passing dynamically changing the calculation. All right. So here in the calculation also you can use the parameter. It's very important. Third example where we can use the parameters. So generally we have it subcategory wise. Sales I have it. Okay. Right. These are the different subcategory wise sales. Client want to dynamically change this subcategory. And in the same visualization, I want to get that region by sales. I want to replace with a subcategory into region, replacing with region to subcategory. Okay, and show the region by sales. Got that requirement? So I want to replace with region and get the region by sales. How can we get that? So I need to be what exactly? Don't show the subcategory and take the region and show the region by sales. Region by sales. Again, when I select the subcategory by sales, the subcategory by sales. Again, if you want to show the subcategory by sales, then subcategory need to be there. Okay, if I select subcategory, subcategory by sales I wanted. If I select the region, region by sales in the same visualization. Okay, how can we do that? So for that also we need to create a parameter. So first step what we need to do is we need to create a parameter. Mouse here, create parameter, right? Parameter name I can specify it. Dim field change. Okay. So what data type it is? Data type is string. Why it is string is we are passing values sales and region and profit and the region subcategory. Okay. So list of values I am giving here region, excuse me, region and subcategory. Is it clear? So I am giving region and subcategory. Click OK. My parameter is so go for show parameter. Second step is show parameter. Region is there, subcategory is there. So if I select the region, I want to show region wise sales. If I select the subcategory, subcategory wise sales I want. The next step we need to do that. What is the next step we need to do? So subcategory region fields are there. Subcategory region fields are there. Okay. So when I select from parameter is equal to region, when parameter is equal to region, then I want to get the region field. Parameter is equal to subcategory, I want to get the subcategory. We need to write a condition. If statement, we need to write it, right? Go for here. Okay. So let's go for right statement. If parameter is equal to, if parameter is equal to, from the parameter, if I selected a region, if parameter is equal to region, then what I need to take it? Region field, actual region field, I want to get it. Okay. Else, I don't selected the region, other option is subcategory, right? Take the subcategory. Can I write this way? If the dimension field is region, then region, else subcategory. Okay, apply. Okay. So now this condition, what are the calculation I have written here? I can take it to the rows. I can take it to the rows and I will remove this subcategory. I don't want this. condition hold that what are the selection you do from the parameter. Okay, now we can select a subcategory here. It's showing subcategory by sales, right? Go for select the region, east, west, south, north, central. Those are the regions, right? Clear? Are you getting? Same way, I want to change the title as well. By subcategory, if I selected subcategory, I want to get the sales by subcategory, sales by region, I want to display it. How can we do that? So parameter name you can select it. Sales by parameter name. What are the value you can select it from the parameter? That's we can get it. Sales by subcategory, sales by region. Okay, this is the way we can use the parameters. And we have few more examples. I will cover them tomorrow. Okay, try to be work on these things today. Conditional formatting and string functions. Go to watch the video and complete that string functions. What are the string functions I have explained today? Okay, clear? Any questions?
Sir, for yesterday task, I have one doubt, sir.
Yeah,
In that particular person icon, how you get the image of a student?
student image.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me show you that how we can dynamically pass the student images. So if we have it, a region, I can take the region here. I have the 4 regions. I want to go for each region is one image. Okay, for each region, one image I want to get displayed. Otherwise, let me take that customer only. I have the customer data here connected to that Microsoft Excel student data. Okay, go forget it. Okay, student data I have it. So each student I want to get a different image. We have the students, right? So go for select the shape first. All student getting same shape. Student name drag into shapes. We are getting 2 different types of shapes, right? Go for double click on the shape, and if you already saved your student images over there, and select that images to each one, apply that images to that guys. So before we need to be save your images in the shapes folder, where we have the shapes folder is in Tableau repository. In documents, my Tableau repository, under the my Tableau repository we have a shapes folder. Under that folder we need to save these all names. Okay, so now you can see all student. Generally student, how we can differentiate with the admission number. Show filter on admission number, make it as single value list. You can select a single student at a time, entire view. And name also we don't require here. If you want it, keep it, otherwise remove the name. Right, what are the student admission number you can select it, related name, and that student ID we can select the student admission number, student image we can dynamically change it, and student name also. Here you can see name also changing, student name. Okay, this is the simple way, but you need to be put your images in the where we have it, documents, my Tableau repository. This is my Tableau repository. Shapes folder is there. Create one folder here, right mouse it, create new folder, and put all your images, custom images. Okay, so all images, save it here. What are the images or what are the folders you have here? These are all the folders can show in the Tableau. Only those folders you can get in the here. Those folders you can show in this here. Clear that?
No, sir. My doubt is the particular student image, not this icon. So I got this icon, but
Mm.
particular photo of the student.
No, images. It's a particular student image also. Same way we can do that. Just to, for example, I taken as a the icon. So then we can get those images. Generally, if you want to get it, sample student names, we can Google it, right? We can go for Google it, and what are the images you want to get it, we do that. Generally, in real time, the images they can share with us, student images, those we can put into shapes and map with the data. You got my point?
Yeah, okay, I got. But how I got this dot means yesterday in our team, Gnanendra shared one picture. So I got it
Okay.
out how we got that picture.
Mhm.
That's what I asked you.
Good question. Student picture or image or this icon is same, right? All are similar, right? Just for we want to be practice it, I have downloaded these icons and applied for each student. So images you wanted, student, suppose student images I wanted. It student pics or student related images kind of thing. So same you can get download it from here. Okay.
Okay, okay, sir.
Hmm. Thank you all. See you tomorrow.